morning, sir. It is Eric Previn from CD2. And this is an item that pertains to the Los Angeles Department of Transportation, our treasured partners and friends, run by Salida Reynolds. This one specifically has to do with the FTA Small Starts application for the LA streetcar project, assuming we have all the eligibility requirements met. The Department of Transportation has been engaged in some practices, sir, that I think could be looked at not just by the FTA, but also possibly the FTC, which, as you know, sir, is the Federal Trade Commission. They have been involved in some business practices with a group called Xerox Solutions that Mr. Englander knows well. His uncle's lobbying firm represents them at various jurisdictions in town. What they do, sir, is they apply a kind of a sophisticated electronic information gathering on people who park in our neighborhoods, and then they swoop right in and get them. It's very, very effective because what happens is the minute a meter comes up, they get. And then regarding timing, they're not as gentle when you send your check in. And in a case that got very, very disputed, and ultimately the city came after me personally for $334, and I had no choice but to pay. So I'm going to be challenging that, sir, because on behalf of the Los Angelinos who can't afford that kind of money for being one day late and getting a bill from a company that says, hey, we got your $63 for the meter violation, but we've got in the same envelope a bill for $150 because it was one day late. And the reason that I'm upset about that is because Xerox benefits from the deal that your guys, DOT, made. That's Wayne Garcia, Philip Wong, some of the Andalon, those guys who are in that group up in DOT. And that deal is really pernicious because Xerox benefits enormously from those kinds of collections, whereas from an ordinary ticket, they get a smaller sum. So we don't want to be enriching a big company, regardless of how helpful they are at photocopying. And you can ask Englander about making PDFs with Stephanie Safrito. They're not as good as they could be at that, given all this influence. But thank you for taking a look at that, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh.